This is Ms. Prather, and today we're going to be working on graphing system of equalities. I'm going to start reading, and as I read, I'm going to highlight the key parts. So it says, the coordinate grid below shows points A through J. As we can see, there's various points on this coordinate grid. Given the system of inequalities, negative 2x plus 4y is less than or equal to 4, I'm going to highlight that, as well as x plus y is greater than or equal to 2. Select all the points that are solutions to the system of inequalities. So before I can go ahead and start graphing my two inequalities to see what points fall as part of the solutions, I need to rearrange these so that way both of them can read as y less than or equal to or y greater than or equal to. So I'm going to start with negative 2x plus 4y less than or equal to 4. Circle the y because that's what I'm solving for. So just like equations, we solve inequalities in the same manner. So I'm going to add 2x to both sides. The 2x's positive negative cancel out, and I'm left with 4y is less than or equal to 2x plus 4. Divide both sides by 4, and I have y less than or equal to 2 divided by 4 is 1/2. X plus 4 divided by 4 is 1. So now I can go ahead and graph what I have, y less than or equal to 1/2 x plus 1. And as we already know, 1/2 that I'm going to circle is the slope, the m, and the positive 1 is the b, or the y-intercept. B comes first in the alphabet, thus I'm going to put B, the positive 1, on the graph first. So I'm going to go and look on the y-axis and draw a point at the 1. My slope is rise over run, so from there I'm going to 1, 1, and then, or rise 1, and then run 2, 1, 2, and draw the next point. And I'm going to repeat the slope several times until I can clearly see that a line has formed. Now to go in the opposite direction, to go left, that means I'm going to go down 1 and run to the left 2. 1, 2. Now I can use my handy dandy ruler to draw the line. Remember, lines have arrows. They arrows at the end because they are not line segments. Okay? And so now this is an inequality. The reason I have a dotted line, or not a dotted line, is because it says less than or equal to. This or equal to means that I will have a solid line. Less than. When we think of the word less than right here, and I'm going to circle it, the less than portion tells me that I need to shade below the line, because anything that comes below this line satisfies the solutions for this inequality. So I'm going to shade everything below this line.
Oh, hey, Brenda.
Okay, and I'm even right off to the side, I'm going to write the inequality so that way I do not forget which inequality I have graphed as the red. And so now I can move on to the second inequality. Again, this is not written as y is greater than, so I must rearrange that x to satisfy that. So x plus y greater than or equal to 2. Circle the y, I want that by itself. Subtract x on both sides, and I have y is greater than or equal to negative x plus 2. Let's identify the slope and the y-intercept. Your slope cannot have an x in it. You have to realize that this negative means negative 1. And that's your m. Again, your y-intercept is your B. B comes first in the alphabet in between M and B, so therefore you must put the +2 first on the graph, on the y-axis. So this is the y-axis. I look for the +2 and I'm going to draw a dot. My slope, -1, is the same thing as saying -1/1. So that means I'm going to go down first and over 1. Draw that point. Down over 1. And I'm going to keep repeating my slope until I can clearly see my line is present.
Students, at this time, please turn your TVs on for the morning announcements.
And I'm going to draw a solid line because as you see here, it is greater than or equal to. Remember to draw those arrows. Okay, so now when we look at this graph right here, we have a different inequality sign, greater than or equal to. So that means I must shade everything that is above this line. And as you can see, I'm going to write in blue what this line is. So when it says select all the points that are solutions to the system of this inequality, we only want the points that have both blue and red on top of them. So A and B satisfy only one line because it's only in the blue. H, F, I, J, and G satisfy only one line because it has red. However, E and C satisfy both because you can see here E and C are colors. So the answer for this, I would check C, I would also check E. On the test, if you only do the graphing portion and you forget to check which points, it is considered wrong because it says select all the points. So be careful when you are working through these problems in class and on the test. Have a good one.